So, as because of modern day Christianity, we tend to think of to know the faith is to know Scripture. But as Catholics, we know that really a full knowledge of the faith comes from three sources: Scripture, tradition, and the Magisterium. You need all three. All the faith was given to us. All revelation ended with the death of the last apostle. So everything we know comes from that time period. Everything else is just repeated. So people think, wait a minute, but there's like Fatima. Our Lady came and gave us knowledge. Okay, let's read. What does Fatima say? You guys are sinning. Stop sinning. Stop committing adultery. Stop being promiscuous. Live a chaste and holy life. There's nothing really foundational or just like crazy new. It's just, she's just repeating these same things over and over. Things about the prophecy, consecration of Russia, but that's not a doctrine. That's not a thing we have to believe. She's just asking us to do various things so God is better to us. So there's no new doctrines. Now, some people will object to be like, well, what about the dogma of the Immaculate Conception? Like, that seemed like a new thing. Like, the Pope declared that how long ago? And so the answer is that it all has to be contained at least implicitly in those doctrines. So for example, they found, for the Immaculate Conception, they found some saints in the early church talking about it. And that implied some of the very early fathers, like Saint, I don't know which saints, but as ones, just live a few generations after Jesus. So for that point in the church, they're talking about the Immaculate Conception, these fathers. It must have been a tradition that was passed down. So you have to find it in the tradition. So all our faith, all the knowledge comes from this tradition. And even when we have development of doctrine, people will say, well, but no one ever, Jesus, or the people who wrote the Bible and tradition, they never had any intention of talking about cloning these modern issues. And you're right. But even though in tradition it doesn't say cloning is a sin, the very principles of morality can be found in those documents. And then we can take those principles and apply them to modern day issues. So everything we need is there.